Hi everyone, this is Jane here from Crystal Sparkles Readings. I'm just going to pop down a tarot card of the day for you. Just give them a little bit of a shuffle and we'll put down the tarot card of the day and see what we've got going on. Okay. So, the card of the day I have is the Fool. Okay, the Fool's a great card and it's really appropriate for Monday because it talks about new beginnings, new adventures and all of those good and exciting things. So the Fool card it's kind of like the first card in the tarot deck, and it talks about it's like the person who goes on the journey through the tarot. The tarot cards are all a bit of a journey and they're different stages of a journey. The Fool is the person who takes the journey. Okay, so when we're talking about a card for the day, we are talking about you being ready to embark upon a new adventure where things are very new. You're not an expert in anything and you are kind of open to a whole new exciting and wonderful world that you don't really know that much about, so it all feels a little bit risky. When the Fool card comes up in a reading, it is about real new adventures, so you know, moves of houses to a completely different location, completely different job in a completely different field, like really changing everything around. So it is often associated with some level of risk. Okay, but what the Fool card itself says is that you kind of have all of the things you need to be able to go off and to have that adventure. Okay, so in the Rider-Waite deck, which I don't think I've actually got any here at the moment, I don't think I've got them out, but you have a person with a little dog and he's off on his journey and he's got his backpack and everything. So although he's going off somewhere on an adventure that's completely unknown, he's prepared, you know, he's got stuff with him he needs. He's not going to starve. He's got his coat, he's going to keep warm, he's got his food, he's got his dog as his companion. So, you know, it's saying that although there are all those things going on, he has his stuff with him to help him on the way. So the Fool says, really, don't be afraid to take the risk to go and do something completely random or to go and do something completely different. The Black and White Faulkner Tarot deck is very different in terms of its energy, and that's the cards that I use. Mostly I use lots of others as well, but mostly I use these cards. So in this deck you can see the Fool is showing loads of different things on the card, but what it does show is open space, okay, and an opportunity to really go off out into the world. You know, you've got water here, you've got a little island, you've got woods, you've got trees, you've got sky, you've got a rainbow, loads and loads of stuff on that card that all kind of will jump out and tell you different things. Today I feel like I'm ready to expand. So where you might have felt trapped, there are opportunities for you to kind of break free. It's a real freedom card, the Fool card, I would say. When you're looking at the cards, if something new jumps out at you, always go with that. And I don't have anything new jumping out at me today, but what I'm really, really drawn to is the sky. Because the sky is kind of like here, it's like really like expansive. I don't want to be down here where I'm grounded. I want to be up in this part of the card. So you go with what you're drawn to when you're looking at cards. But in this particular instance, I feel like the Fool is talking about freedom. And he's talking about being okay with the fact that you don't know everything. I've been talking to quite a lot of people lately. I do a lot of readings for a lot of different people, as I'm sure you can appreciate. And a real theme has been how to be comfortable with not knowing. Now, I know what we do with tarot is we try to give information. We try to give people, we try to help people to understand what might be coming up to them, what possibilities there are. But nothing is set in stone. We will always be operating in this world with a degree of not knowing, and getting comfortable with that can really help you to come to terms with your life, okay? Being in a place of acceptance of where you're at, being ready to change things that you can change and make things happen for yourself, but also being comfortable with not having every single piece of information that you think you might need. It's about trusting yourself to have the intelligence to work it out as you go along, really. And that might sound like I'm doing myself out of a job, but in terms of tarot is really about exploring what's going on within you to kind of help you to overcome whatever's going on, you know, to help you overcome blocks, overcome barriers. Yeah, it can be a little bit about prediction and what might happen and what's likely to happen. But the overwhelming use of tarot that I find is that it helps people to work out for themselves what they can do or what they can change, what they might need to change. So rather than actually predicting. So the Fool is a really appropriate card because it seems to be a theme at the moment that's coming up for me with lots of my clients, is being comfortable with not knowing everything. It's fine to know a little bit and to have a little idea and to be informed. That's all good. But we don't need to know absolutely everything. We think we do, but actually we don't. And, you know, at the end of the day, we all like to think we're in complete control of everything that goes on around us, but guess what? We're really not. We can make things better for ourselves and make things more likely to turn out the way we want by using a lot of attraction and all of that kind of stuff. But we don't know everything, and it's really important to be able to get comfortable with that. I'm just going to put down an oracle card just to support this lovely, lovely Fool card that we've got here. Okay, and here we go. How interesting is that? Now, the thinking woman, you may not automatically see a straight link between this, but it kind of jumps right off the page to me. The thinking woman is the equivalent in tarot of the Queen of Swords. Okay, this is someone who's very intelligent, very into their learning and reading, writing, communicating. They're a communicator. They're also a thinker, okay? And what this card often comes up for is if we are overthinking, okay? So if we're trying to work it all out and not just going for it, like the Fool card says, then we sit in the energy of the thinking woman. And there's nothing wrong with thinking about things at all. But it's when we get into overthinking things, analysing things constantly, what if this, what if that, what if this, what if that, it just builds anxiety for us. It's not helpful. Okay, so what the cards are saying today is don't be the thinking woman. Use your mind to its greatest possibilities rather than its least helpful possibilities. In its least helpful format, our brain is over analytical, over picky, worrying and anxious. You know, that's its downside. In its upside, it's imaginative, it's creative, it's having wonderful ideas and being open to the new and the exciting things around you. Use your brain to its best function rather than its worst, I think is what I'm trying to say. I will leave that all with you for today. Just be trusting that the universe has your back, okay, and that it's fine for you to go on a new adventure. Not only is it fine for you to go on a new adventure, it's important, and it's also educational. You know, here she is, a thinking woman. She likes to learn, she likes knowledge. Where we get knowledge is by going on adventures and not overthinking things and staying stuck where we are because of fear. So I will leave that with you for today. Hope it's been helpful for somebody. I will put this up onto my YouTube channel. I think you can watch replays on Periscope anyway. But if you wanted to go back and watch it or make a comment or something, more than happy to do that. No, sorry, I'm not sure who this is on Periscope because I can't actually read your username, but it's not a school. It's just what I do is I look at tarot and I kind of just give a little bit of insight into the day. Thank you very much. You have a lovely day as well. Thank you very much for tuning in today. Really hope it's been helpful, and I will speak to you again soon. Bye for now.